zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get set.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And he stopped immediately there.
Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He's across midfield, and it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready.
Here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua fighting his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Goff. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Goff. Buying time to his left.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. They'll run with Gibbs.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
Gibbs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibbs.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
20 TX. Solo left Zion.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Again, it's Achane.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Come on, 2, ice jab. Ice jab, out.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go ahead. Hey, 21 TX.
Tua going to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They complete it to Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the interception, here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Room here to run. Still going inside the 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. To throw is gone.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. They will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Goff now looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On 4th down, Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 54 yards. And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Long. 20 TX. Long. Double 1 high. Turbo one high. Ready.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In motion, Hill.
21G.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
All right. 21G.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 56 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Sanders now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now gone.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again is Goff.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
There he goes left side. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua, a final shot before half. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Goff now to throw.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Goff throwing again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tim Patrick, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In motion, Hill.
Let's go.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guys time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Achane gets it from the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Here's Goff. He's got it to Williams. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. Now it's Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Again, Goff. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Lions turned away on fourth down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Scat. Solo left Zion.
In motion, Hill.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, 21 TA. Let's go.
In motion, Hill. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 51 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Great player. Hey, 76. 76.
Goff now looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. After the turnover, it's Tua.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for 28 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Montgomery looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal?
Once more, Montgomery pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of them.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
David Montgomery
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Hey! Watson, Oscar. Hey, come on, two. Come. He's right, snug.
The two is going to change things up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Ready. Hey! Come on, two. G, 21, step. Solo left, Zion.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 46 yards. And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Throwing on second and long. Goff. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Gotcha. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their...
You can get